Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Atlakat, and today we're playing Steel Division 2 with the Fallschirjager 1 on balance. Alright, we're doing our deployment now. Moving our units forward. This is a replay of a game we played earlier. It was a very good game. We're playing Fallschirjager 1, and this definitely was extremely fun. And I'd like to share this with you guys. So we're going to start by moving our AT gun, some FS Sturm Pioneers, and some Fallschirjagers and Recon up towards this little town here. As you can see, we're going to be facing Red Eye. And he's going to be moving his units trying to occupy the town. And our job is going to be to take it. And also hold this tree line here. Deploys his AT guns. And their Tiger tank gets a little too close. He's taking some rounds right now. Oh, and they bailed out. Knocking out the tank. Just taking rounds while it's being knocked out and abandoned. Just getting slammed. We got a mortar strike right now on our AT gun. As our reconnaissance units start engaging their infantry. Bringing us some of these Nashorns up. They're really good at range, especially the 2,000 meters. And we really want to deal with any type of armor that's going to be coming through here. Since we lost our Tiger tank, he's also bringing up some tanks too. He's moving up to the front lines. And in this game, I played very aggressively too. Very aggressive. Right now, this AT gun is being engaged. And the abandoned Tiger still taking damage. Let's see how the other fronts are going. We're also playing on Tannnerburg. I also know that I didn't mention that, and I mentioned it a little later in the video. Right now, this AT gun just got smacked right now by the other AT gun, and we're able to knock out the tank. And we're under heavy mortar fire. Right now, we're struggling with their with this little tree line here, and right now, the objective is to flood as many infantry as we can. We're bringing them in right now. We got the jumbo right there. It's hiding in the tree line. Right now, we've already defeated some of their infantry. The Fallschirjager are hiding in the tree line. And at range, they're just incredible. I know I have not mentioned this, but this deck is built mainly for Phase B. So on Phase A right now, we're just setting conditions up. The way I have it structured is we have a lot of infantry, a little less armor. And as for my experience so far, it's been the infantry that really, been more effective than the armor. Usually whenever I play with heavier armored decks, I've always struggled with them. Especially with the fact that, especially like the King Tiger tanks and stuff, the entire deck revolves around them. Something that I have not liked so far. I am definitely more of an infantry guy. These guys are retreating. Took some time to take this tree line here. It was very contested, and it became very obvious that if we were going to take this town center here, we needed to take the tree line too. We're building up Fallschirjager here. You can see the commands we were giving them. So they move out, they take cover. That tank is still knocked out. We're waiting for phase B so we can get a supply truck to bring it back into action, hopefully, if it survives. Our Nashorn is or Nashorn, yeah, is engaged. Oh, and it knocks out the tank. Bringing up some infantry in, as the town is heavily contested right now. They do have the advantage since they actually control it, but we control the tree lines and the road, especially right here. That was the point of putting this Nashorn here. As you can see, when it knocked out that tank. They've got a command tank here. We just lost some grenadiers. We're still struggling over here with the this little tree line here, as our guys are just trying to bulldoze their way through, but his infantry is just better than mine in the tree line, and his Fallschirjager and grenadiers are a little bit, they're not as good when it comes to being close range. But the grenadiers are still pushing them back. We're bringing up a Yak Panzer IV. Trying to flood both sides here, since we need to also capture this side. Our partner here is also struggling on his side here. Everything's pretty stagnant. And this entire force line has to be captured. We will have a crazy counterattack later where we capture the entire tree line. But right now, it's just contesting, especially in Phase A, the town and the tree line here. Let's bring it up more infantry. Some Sapie. Saparai. And they're coming, crashing into our grenadiers. We get the ambush, knocking out the armored car. Grenadiers have been wiped out. That infantry squad walked into an ambush. Fallschirjager's moving into the town. And that viewpoint is amazing. Just look at that. So one thing I love about these games. Trying to sneak infantry up towards this one little point here. Start contesting the town a bit. We at least captured at least 2 or 3 houses. Not a huge accomplishment. These guys are just wrecking our guys. So grenadiers are knocked out, but we're going to bring many more guys up there because we're not going to lose this spot either. We need it if we're going to jump into the forest. Usually on this map, I usually play on this side over here. Usually on Tannnerburg, it's always going to be here or here. I decided to play on this side here, and also wanted to play more towards the center. Just, you know, test the skills. I felt a little more confident, especially in this match. We have our self-propelled gun watching the center here of the road, trying to cut off any type of reinforcements. And we already have some of our paratroopers in the town, and we've advanced 2 houses. This is watching the road here for no counterattacks coming from this side here, especially with the tree line being defended. So this spot's we're very vulnerable here. And actually the entire front line is very vulnerable. I'm actually never surprised they never actually attacked us from here. Instead they focus on the center. There goes his truck. And they're just flooding right now infantry in. Our self-propelled gun's not doing its job. It's still out of range. Fallschirjager surrenders. We have a half-track in the town now. And it's firing. Trying to give as much support as it can. These guys are pinned down. We got burning wrecks too on the side of the road. Burning wrecks inside the city. Or the town. Shouldn't call this a city. The only city so far they've had in any Eugene games has been Warden with the Twin Cities. Bringing some legionaries. And we're still trying to contest this. We're bringing up mortars now. And putting them on fire and will. So they can take aim while our guys are moving forward. Here, he's moving up some of his infantry into the town, but we got a little too close and was knocked out by the half-track. Right now we're under heavy artillery fire. They're firing at some vehicles that are coming here. They dismount. And finally, our legionaries have arrived at the tree line. Heavy fighting over here at the forest too. He's fired in one direction and looking in the other. Incredible. His AT guns are doing their work. And we're moving up more Fallschirjager up towards the town. Now, while we were looking at the combat going on in the fort tree line, we had just knocked out this half-track with some mortars. Lost another squad trying to take the church. Church is important because it controls the you can see basically the entire everything from that's around the town, and it's very useful strategic position. This AT gun has been moved, and we're bringing up more infantry to take this line. We have to take the tree line, so now we're going to actually invest here and stop our attack here. This has become just too costly, and we're not making any progress, and he's been able to hold us and blunt us in the town. So it's obvious that we need to do something different. So the best thing we can do is capture as little as we can here and hold everything here. We got a Panzer watching the road, and we got the Tiger right back up. Before we had seen, we were talking about bringing a supply truck. Now we finally brought it up. The Tiger was not knocked out. It was hit several times while it was damaged, and the crew had bailed out. But now it's been repaired and it's been brought into action, and it's once again watching the road. So we're watching it from all different angles. And here comes the main assault. We're going to focus all our attention towards the tree line. We got a Yak Panzer IV. And we got plenty of reinforcements and points. So this becomes where the great push happens. Our guys are moving forward, along with the Yak Panzer IV. And right here, we're doing a bit of spam. Yeah, I know some people are going to call it that. And we're bringing up all our motorcycle recon units, or BMWs. And we're going to spam them until we take the town. So we're doing two things at the same time. I forgot I actually did this, because I got so frustrated with this guy continuously holding me on two separate sides, because I'm actually fighting two guys at the same time. We're fighting Red Eye, and we're fighting who's this guy here? Meat Groundhog. And I just got tired of it, and so I was like, all right, whatever. I'm gonna send as much stuff as I can into that town, and I'm just gonna take it. Nice. And here comes his artillery strike, doing some damage while we just move a flood of units in. And this is crazy. These guys with their machine guns, there wasn't really anything around here that could stop us, really. And here comes the infantry assault, along with the motorcycles mentioned before. One gets torn up. Convoy's getting ambushed. One truck is taken down, but they are able to get out. And it's just an all-out attack on the town now. We're going to take it. And we're just storming it. So this is the most progress we've actually made here. Made tons of progress over there too. I kind of want to show both. So we're going to see in this angle here. There's a machine gun. I'm not worried about that. These units are so cheap. And they have plenty of them that we're going to try to overwhelm that AT gun. And you can see these guys over here are trying to contest here. As we're trying to push up here while this is over here wounded. They're still firing on the AT gun. They're still fighting on over there. Panzer's trying to give us as much support as it can. But they have AT gun snuck into the tree line. And we're able to make this AT gun fall back. Just being overwhelmed by these BMW motorcycles. Very effective in large groups. And successfully the town has been taken. Our poor Panzer assault gun was just destroyed right now. Taken out by that AT gun in the tree line here. And these guys here are pushing. So there's at least 2, I think, or 3 guys there. I think there's 2 guys in this tree line here. And 1 guy, or 2, yeah, Red Eye himself fighting here. And somebody else was fighting over here. We'll take a look at it a little later. And Red Eye's right now trying to flood his reinforcements. And right now we've made some good progress. As we've been able to cut in deep. Here's some more grenade. What are these, grenadiers or what? Oh. Jagdkampfwaffen. More reinforcements are arriving on this front here. It's important to have Fallschirjager to defend heavy strategic points, especially around flags. This is an important point here. And using the lesser units to attack, while your more powerful units are used for defense. A Nash one was just knocked out. I believe it was knocked out here. It was ambushed, honestly. I forgot about this thing here. So it's going to become priority to take this out and capture all this. As you can see, this is where they're pinging tanks force, because they're going to try to come through here. That's what I'm guessing. Comes an airstrike. This one's very effective. Knocking out one of the BMWs, pushing a lot of the infantry back, running. And this town is just decimated. Look at it. Like they're broken too. It's just decimated. Just with the amount of heavy fighting. Yet, look, there's buildings on this side that have been untouched. Well, I guess not. There was a fire around here. Right there. So we have enough infantry here. And these guys are going to go up there. They're not very good in the forest. But I usually have better luck playing with these guys in the forest than some other people say. I don't know. I've always had good luck with them. They're very effective and they got good range. We're going to make our way through. Start our next phase of our attack. Like I said before, phase B is supposed to be our strongest phase. Another Nashorn is knocked out, but we still have the same Tiger. It has still not died, despite the fact that it started the game, was knocked out immediately over here, was hit multiple times, and we were still able to repair it and bring it back into service. So that was very important. And here we got our guys engaging the tree line. And we're going to try bringing all our BMW motorcycles, some of them. There's still a few lingering here. They were all brought up a little bit later, earlier, to basically start dealing with this infantry here. They're extremely effective against infantry. and bringing up all these infantry units here, because now it's time to take the tree line. We own the town, which is the main objective we wanted. We have the advantage here that they're going to have to fight us in the town in order to take it. And now we can focus on this side. So for right now, Red Eye becomes a secondary objective, while we focus more on this, the primary. And these guys just go crazy right now. Especially when their flank starts collapsing. We've got multiple reinforcements coming in. At least a platoon worth of grenadiers. Let me know how you guys like this type of content too. Like if you guys like this. Subscribe if you guys want to see more. We're going to always keep coming back with some of these 10v10s, whether they're going to be played live or we're going to do the replays. It all depends on whether I can record it or not. This game was so intense that I had to have all my focus on it, so you know, as soon as I got a pause on it, you know, I wanted to go ahead and record it just because how the good the game went, and just how much we've also improved during this during the time we've had the channel too. We're also bringing up some recon aircraft. I do also like being able to zoom into the units more, and when I'm playing, usually I can't do that because it's very difficult, because you have to pay attention to things more, especially when you're playing against players. All these guys are pinned and kind of wounded, but they're making their way, and we've made a small, you could say a small, I can't even find the word, man. But we've actually captured something, though. We're making small progress. Bringing much more infantry, because the only way to capture this is to move as many guys as you can into the tree line and hit them hard. This is why Phase B is important. We're also doing this over here. We're reinforcing the town, bringing up the Tiger a bit further up to do some more fire support here. They moved an armor car into the position here. We don't really have anything heavy that can take it on. So it's either this Tiger tank or nothing. We're bringing more infantry. We got tons of these guys here. A lot of guys got wiped out when they counterattacked. But more are coming in. And Meat Hog surrenders. I'm guessing this entire wave here scared him or something, because he was doing pretty fine before. Didn't seem like he was having trouble holding his flank. But to surrender like that, I don't know what you're intimidated about. That Stug's moving up. He's going to try to move here. Some of these units. And here comes the giant attack on the entire forest. It's just going to be a general offensive, and it's going to be smacked by waves and waves and waves of lower quality infantry. A lot of these disheartened legionaries. And this is just a maul. More infantry is being brought up. We're going to take this entire tree line. Just tired of being counterattacked and ambushed here. And I want to create some space. Did that tiger tank get knocked out? It did get knocked out. Makes me feel kind of sad for that. Survived so long and eventually gets killed. So much progress has been made right now. I actually remember in the game, I actually did not notice he actually surrendered. We're going to put our Fallschirjager to defend. These guys are going to attack, and our more elite units are going to be, you know, in charge of defending the area. Like these guys here. More legionaries. We've captured this entire area here. It's almost completely captured. And they can feel the pressure too. Just look how much progress we've made since we started. We basically captured this entire area almost by ourselves. We've captured this by ourselves. And now we're pushing here to try to squeeze them out from this side. Well, this guy's not pushing here, but he's pushing up here. But we're squeezing him out on two different sides. A T-34 was knocked out. From where? Probably somewhere around this area here. Disheartened, get ambushed, and they're getting out of their vehicles. And they're being fired upon. At least he's pointing in the right direction. They're being engaged by the disheartened. I'm trying to make some progress too, because they feel very vulnerable here. Entire gaps in their line is just completely just cracking. And they're engaging that AT gun. Just seems like they're melting away right now. And look at the amount of progress we're still making. And like, this is an all-out assault. They bring up this ISU 152. And this area has gone quiet. Well, it's not quiet, you know, there's still fighting going on. But the main focus for us now is the tree, just the entire force line. To get to this one point, the amount of ground we had to cover, like even with this town we captured, we actually didn't take a flag. We were mainly defending ours. The flags that we have to capture back here. And they're, you know, it's extremely hard because it's so close to their spawn point. Look, just right there. So these flags are extremely hard to capture, and so are ours because there's so much in the middle. But for this one flag here, we captured this amount of space. It's quite a bit. And we're still capturing. We expect their main defense to be around here. So we're slowing down a bit. Stumble into some of these pioneers. And the force is just a mix. Now look at that. The amount of fighting that's going on. But they are being stopped. We're not making as much progress as we were making before. The amount of ground we've covered, you know, was quite a lot, but now it's clear the offensive has stalled a bit, or the amount of units we've used. So it's time to bring another wave. We got to keep the pressure, because right now it's all about the pressure. You know, we can't stop attacking. We got to push. We got to push because we got to get this point. The game is still really close. It's 11-13. So we have to push as much as we can. This guy here is not pushing at all. If we start squeezing them out together, we can we'll be able to capture the the forest a lot easier. Especially if it's just me, because right now I'm basically the only one actually attacking right here. The amount of guys that just overwhelmed that poor squad is just insane. Bringing up a tiger again, because we need the fire support. We still got the town under control. Nothing's being contested. And the tree line is still under attack. But at this point, I would say we've almost captured 50% of it. Single-handedly, too. One of the best games I've played so far. One of the best 10v10s I've ever played as well. Knocked out T-34. I wonder what knocked it out. Oh, the Tiger tank. Here comes another one. Just lost a Legionary. These guys are really good in mass. Specifically because they can always do the fall back feature by themselves. And now we're making progress. And the best thing we can do is overwhelm them. Don't stop pushing. Don't let off the pressure either. Got a tank battle here. T-34 is going to get smoked. Round bounces off. And it's burnt out. Oh, there's some oh, this vehicle made it through. It's a T-34. And now he started to push, because you can feel the pressure of their entire flank or the entire front just collapsing. Just the consistent pressure of non-stop determined attacks. And right now we're settling it in. We've captured most of the positions around us, and we're getting really close to the flag as they're being squeezed out. Wow, look at the amount of progress they've made. It's kind of funny. He made all his progress going up, and we made our progress going this way. We went vertical. Instead of going straight forward, it just went straight vertical. We went the complete different direction he did. Bringing more grenadiers up. Got to keep the pressure going. Not letting off the gas. A lot of times I've done that. I've let off the gas, and it's cost me the game. The Fallschirjager right now is only being brought up only to secure the positions here, because we're being contested by tanks, and these guys have no way to deal with tanks. Just lost a Tiger. The same Tiger tank that was... Where did I move this thing to? Actually not sure where it's at. Might be here. That might be it. Yeah, it's a different Tiger tank. That was the original. There's an entire bubble here again because there's a tank that made it through the lines. And now the pressure is unbearable. With our vertical attack from this way down, right now we've made things extremely uncomfortable. We've made a lot of ground. And I wonder how much of this town is still exposed. They made it quite far up. Knocked out tons of vehicles. Bringing up the grenadiers here to capture the whole position. Just flooding the entire field with infantry. And that's what I was talking about, why I like infantry more than dealing with, especially with the heavy armored divisions, just due to the fact that you can get more on the field. These guys have to stall that tank. What is this, an IS? Yeah, an IS-1. Infantry's just running past it. That shot was way too close. Surprised it didn't take any damage by itself. Oh, we just got smoked by an airstrike. Right now we're holding off infantry assaults onto the tree line here, because this entire area is captured. Now it's time to capture all positions. We're getting a bit pushed back. More heavy fighting. But we're in control of everything right now. This flank over here is doing pretty good. We're actually doing good on all fronts right now. Made a lot of progress despite the fact we've only captured... Oh, now we've captured 2 flags. So it becomes 10-14. This is the most progress here. And our, like I said before, our objective is to capture the flag here. This is going to be too difficult. There's just too many guys here. Oh, and he knocks out some of the grenadiers, taking heavy casualties in this forest line. Things are getting kind of tough. There goes an airstrike. Does it hit anything? Can't tell. Didn't see any metal or anything. There's a tank. T-34 moving through the tree lines. It's going to be... This road is going to be contested unless we can ambush them. Bringing more grenadiers. Bringing as much infantry as we can, because we just taken enormous casualties here. I'm pretty sure at this point the disheartened legionaries have just been completely wiped out. This 88 gun. And do these guys score the ambush? Oh, and they miss. But it's falling back. Bringing up this Yak Panzer IV. The attack on the tree line has not stopped. This entire middle part is being heavily contested. Here comes a tank. They've captured most of the ground back. We're still being able to hold them off with the Fallschirjager. So keeping these elite guys on the... Well, let's break it down in 2 flanks, really. In 2 separate sides. These guys are holding this entire right side, while the lesser guys are going into the attack on the left side. Same thing's going on over here on the second right. So it's just multiple areas where we're fighting. And this is the amount of space we're encompassing. It's so much. They've flooded infantry in there. Just casualties once again into a meat grinder. T-34 got smoked. Despite the casualties, some progress has been made. It's been heavy fighting. Brought in a support gun. They're able to defend it. Bringing up more infantry, because the entire front, almost the entire wave was almost completely just chopped to pieces. The only guys that survived were the only 2 guys here. And this Fallschirjager squad that's defending this area. And with this here, we can hold off any armor push. Well, not any armor push, but at least the ones that he has here. Trying to get them as close as they can to knock out that assault gun. But they have a squad here defending them too. We keep hearing about casualties because they keep dying. But we're overwhelming them. We're not going to stop pushing regardless. We've sacrificed too many of our guys just to stop. And they have not been completely wiped out. We still have more legionaries. And here come the grenadiers again. And more surrenders and more guys being lost. When will the madness stop? So here goes this like 7th or 8th wave of mad crazy Germans attacking the same force line head on. Continues. And they go into the defensive mode. They were there to ambush. And that squad gets wiped out. And we still haven't made any progress once again. Despite the waves we're sending in virtually non-stop at this point. Here comes another truckload. But some progress has been made over here. And now the tank joins in. I think their focus on defending the road was a little bit misguided. Due to the fact that there was just a ton of guys in the entire forest. They never captured this entire area. Now they're just being overwhelmed. And it's collapsing. After almost maybe 20 minutes of straight slugging it, we finally made some real progress. Oh, we're being pushed back into town while we're capturing here. This is to be expected since, you know, all our resources are being poured into capturing this. More small gunfights. We're just mopping them up at this point. Now that sniper squad is in the tree line. They're not going to be able to stop this infantry squad. There's only 2 of them. They're just ignoring them anyway. Oh, and it's completely captured now. And objective is reached. So this means this is going to quiet down for a little bit until they regroup. Especially with Red Eye making real progress over here in the town. With this excellent counterattack. And they're still trying to make progress here. But the Fallschirjager is there to stop him. Excellent squads. Especially in the range like this. Very good units. This recon squad has been here this entire time, this entire game. And it's just getting engaged. Now when Red Eye is really pouring it in. This AT gun is really doing a good defense here. Yeah, he was definitely pushed back. He's fighting here. And here. How far do you go? So this entire area, and we are, or were, yeah, quite a bit of area too. Ooh, that Valentine got blown to smithereens. These squads are trying to make their way up here to start trying to push into the rest of the town because there's a flag over here. See, this amount of space they've captured is kind of pointless due to the fact that we need this. I know he's trying to stop their spawn point, but he's getting pushed back quite a bit. Yeah, but with the entire forest in our hands now, it's just going to be a lot harder for them to attack. They're too exposed. And these squads have just been tearing up infantry. They're the complete opposite of what happened to the waves. We got a Tiger tank. He's got a Yak Panther. And it seems he moved up too close with no air support. Common mistake even I make all the time. I mean, actually, this entire attack had no air, basically no anti-air. We only had this entire gun this entire game, so I basically focused here on it to myself. So I would have been just torn apart just like that if somebody had invested in their Air Force. Now the game's starting to swing. Because more progress is being made on what front? I'm guessing it's here? No, everything looks about the same. It has to be over here. Maybe, I don't know. I haven't seen what other flag we captured. Well, we'll pay attention more to the combat. These guys are still just grinding down the infantry waves that keep coming at them. Oh, he's vigilant. And here comes a counterattack. It's got an armored car firing on our guys. This isn't shooting. It's out of range. More waves. And we've really set up our infantry in the small little brush here. It's a dead guy and a plane that crashed. These guys are starting to run out of ammo. It's a good thing this guy invested in that because I didn't have anything. I think this is moved in here too. What was this? Oh. Oh, I actually thought it was a tank. And did his air defenses just stop working? No, they're shooting. A Fallschirjager attacking. And the dynamics of the battle for this little town have changed again. And once again, it switches to our hand. So first it was his, we took it, he took it back, Now we took it again. The tank is right there. Can these guys get up there and take it out? Oh, they got it. Damn, they blew that thing. Damn, those guys are so cool. I love these units. Just the graveyard that's been built in here. Not every little part of the town has been touched. There's something destroyed or something burned down at somebody's yard. We're moving one of our Tiger tanks now. We've been investing in some armor. And we've really made a good point here. We're still getting pressed here, but every attack has been manageable. And now with this Tiger tank here, and this one here, we're in less danger. Looks like a type of Sherman. Oh, it just took a hit and ran into the tree line. Okay, the command is to retreat. Didn't want to get it knocked out by this. Took a direct airstrike and then got knocked out. Once again, being ballsy, we decided to move some of these guys in. Try to capture this point. It's not a maximum effort, but we did get some guys in here. They do have an armor car hidden away here. I think the mistake here was getting them out of here. Should have just kept them there. Look at that fire. Another airstrike knocks out that Stuart Recon. Town's totally in our control now. I don't think there's much left of this division here. And those guys have been pretty much just abandoned. Sending in a squad to see if they can save them. But they're getting fired upon by that armored car. Oh, they got a lot of guys there. Oh, how did that get destroyed? Did these guys take it out at the end? What happened there? I think it was a tank, actually. I don't know. Another squad pushed back. And this flag becomes exposed. But somehow another squad sneaks in.